Hey guys, and welcome to number 2 of the Let's Build a Kingdom, and today we're going on to the Cathedral, as you can see. So already we've made a big cathedral. Well, we've planned a big cathedral in purple wool, and it's gone bigger than we wanted it to, so we just carved out some extra space for it, might as well, haven't we? And this is going to be, as you can see, right near the main entrance. Really, like, protruding out of the main entrance. It's like one of the first things you'll see, one of the first big buildings you'll see as you walk through the main entrance of this kingdom. And we went for a 4-tower system at the front, so we start building up the towers and how we want. And we have got an image that was kind of going off. Like, we had a style that we saw in an image. We thought, that's quite cool, so we kind of looked at it for a tiny bit, got a few ideas, and then we went off building our own cathedral. And I was doing the center tower, the one that's closer to the center, the bigger one that seems to be going higher, and Rambo here was doing the outside. And as we were doing these, Rambo was just getting angrier and angrier about how his tower was looking. He didn't like the look of his tower because he wasn't doing it right. So we did end up changing that. Oh, there you go, we're in the camera. Why not? So we start off with building the main structure and how we wanted it to peak and that, and then we started to add detail. As you can see, we went for a sandstone and a stone brick feel to it because the picture had it quite clean looking kind of cathedral, and if we kept that feel on here, we was hoping that it would look the same instance. So what you want to do is try and keep an eye on the more center, higher, bigger tower, because that's the tower we're going to be using for most of it. The tower Rambo's building here, he didn't like it per se. He didn't like the size of it. He didn't like the way it was kind of built. So he did change the size of it, and we did do like need to move it around. And as you can see, we start building up the tower with more detail and slowly build our way up. And it was still building up. Rambo just did a little plan of a fountain around the front here, just so we could see where the main entrance was. And he just did a very basic fountain. That's all we wanted at the start, a very basic fountain. And there you go, as you can see, we replaced Rambo's tower, and we used a bit of Edward edit just to make the center towers taller than the outer towers, and but it ended up all good because I built them towers and he really liked the way I made them look, and he didn't like his own, so he thought, okay, we use the original towers on the outside and just make the inner towers taller. It would make so much more sense with going with a design we like than one what we don't like as much. And Rambo starts to build some struts from the outer towers to the inner towers, where I'm in the center of them 2 big towers, building the main window, the main door, building the center of it, since I did so well on the towers originally. As you can see, Rambo started adding struts around the outside, you can see there, connecting the smaller to the larger towers, which would become very important because we do need some sort of wall barrier there, and we need it to kind of build up to the center. So as I finished the door here, I started to move on to the window that was above this kind of arched door. There we go. You see, I'm starting to add some panes in there, and Rambo's starting to add his secondary outside doors and his back wall, which is starting to look quite cool and starting to bend quite nicely. I'm still like, we started messing around with a bit of lighting because we want some nice lighting. So we did change it to night today, just so we could get the lighting perfect, because in this build it started to look a bit more epic than we originally planned. So the lighting was quite important. So I did try to hide the lighting and make it glow in the dark kind of thing. Here you go. So I start adding kind of the peak, because the roof's peak actually peaks higher than the center towers, which are taller. So I started building that, and I tried to start finishing off the front wall so we could start building other places. And there's Rambo doing all the work. Look at him, just right at the left hand side of the screen, AFK, brilliant. But yeah, I did do them. He was done the outside, so it was understandable. He did the outside, and I was still building the inside with the giant windows, so it makes total sense. Okay, so now Rambo is starting to think about doing the roof and that, where I'm still completing the massive peak, because I wanted the peak to have some nice lighting in it as well, so I did do some things like that. And look at that horrible camera angle. We should have thought about that a bit better, but you can see, you will be able to see us do the roof, and you will miss like me doing a few things, but it's okay. You can see Rambo start to put the actual roof on the peak roof, and you can see how far back we were planning to go. We was actually going to keep it quite a thin structure. Okay, so not much happening. I did redo the, you might be able to see the bottom, kind of bottom middle where the fountain used to be. I did redo the fountain. Well, I did it just so it had something different about it, because it was just, what Rambo did was a simple fountain. I wanted to add a bit more like detail to it, but I didn't want it to just overflow everything and, you know, just thingy. I wanted the water to move a bit more, and whilst Rambo was still doing the roof. But by now I did finish the front of the cathedral off, and it looks stunning, and maybe not from this angle you can see it, but trust me, by the end of this you will definitely get a good look at it. And as you can see, I'm starting to do near a bit of floor near the fountain as well. Just wanted to add them little details in, but we will see the rest of the cathedral, like the back walls and everything else, be done in the next episode, because we're going to split the cathedral up into 2 separate episodes, and it's going to be beautiful. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.